sense to show everybody. Oh wait, now you have the good camera quality on the back camera, because it starts when I go do the live stream using the back camera. It starts for whatever reason on my macro camera, on my macro lens, not on my my regular camera. So yeah, I'm getting a bunch. Okay, the email I just got was them live on my channel, obviously. But okay, now let me find something to put my phone against, and then we should be good. Can I turn it around? Nope, I can't. Okay. Yeah, okay. Should be fine. Okay, we're still at 0 people watching, so I can repeat it later. I'm just gonna tell you what I'm doing today. So, but I did find that for whatever reason now I do have some money on my PayPal again. I thought it was from some refunds, but it's not. And I don't find where it's coming from, so I'm not 100% sure I should spend it. But I mean, worst case, being in the minus on my PayPal account for a little bit, wouldn't be the first time. It's not going to do anything if that money would get booked off again. So that's that. And yeah, like I told you in my last live, I do really want to get the Kanama smart baits to try out in Brazil, and I would have enough money now on my PayPal to get one of either the mini or the regular version. And I would like to ask you all what you think would be the better option. Hi there. Somebody just came on. Yeah, somebody just came on Locked Up Drag Fishing. Welcome to my live stream. So yeah, anyway, what I'm doing today is maybe go through some gear. I do have, I think, all the orders pretty much in that I will get in for Christmas. Maybe a couple are still on the way. But yeah. But I did say I wasn't going to open it until Christmas. So let's see. And yeah. I'll just have to see. So yeah. Does anyone have any questions? Like, hit me up if there's anything you want to know. I'm happy to answer any questions about fishing or anything else you can ask. If it's not about fishing, I'm not sure if I can answer it, but we'll see. Wait, something. Okay. Oh, cool. We have 2 people in the house. Let's go. Okay, I really need to practice my singing voice again. I'm a bit off tune. But yeah. Let's see. And I wanted. Hi, Larry. Not sure if I've seen you in here, but welcome. So, in case you don't know, I'm going to Brazil soon for 3 whole months. And I have ordered a bunch of gear for that. And you can see a little bit here. So, a raw tube, some packages, but I have way more in the hallways here that I still don't have. So yeah, here's the gear on my notebook. In my hallway, I have like 10 packages, and I will get more. Actually, a part of the stuff that I ordered from the US, I send it to my sister who's studying in New York right now, and she'll send it straight to Brazil. So yeah, because it would be, I would have had it ship here, but it just took too long. So let's see. And yeah, one thing that I couldn't get because I didn't have the funds, unfortunately, was to buy some of the Kanama smart baits. But now I did get some money again. I think it was from a refund, but not 100% sure. And from the Kanama smart baits, which is basically like a kind of robot you put into a dead bait fish that makes it swim like a live bait, which I believe could be a game changer because I have been using swim baits. Let me grab one if I can find it real quick. Yeah, like this, rigged up, fished on a U float in heavy current like a live bait. And in strong current, this works just like a live bait, even fished stationary. So putting a robot into a dead bait that makes it swim, I believe could work just like a live bait, at least in most situations. So yeah, I would like to get, they have two sizes of these robots for like small bait fish, 13 to 20 centimeters. So bait fish from this size all the way to this size, and then from this size all the way to this size. And I would love to ideally buy a few so I can really do some good testing. And also I would like to buy them and not be sponsored. Not really. Depends on where you fish and for what and what you're targeting. But yeah, I would really like to be. I think I would be the first one who, yeah, at least on YouTube, I definitely would be the first one who does an unbiased review, who's not sponsored by them. Though I do think they would actually sponsor me in a year or so when my channel gets a bit more growth. They reach out to quite a lot of people, I heard. But I would like to give a truly unbiased review for them. And yeah, so if anyone wants to give some donations and send me some money through PayPal or Revolut, that would be amazing. And then I could get some more and really give them a test. But now I would have enough money to buy one of them in one size, not in both sizes, one each, but only one. But hey, it's better than nothing. And I'm gonna share my screen, or well, here I'm gonna switch the camera and show my screen, and to show what it is. And after that, I'm gonna put the PayPal information into the live chat. So if you want, you can send some donations, and I'll also do a Christmas drawing for some stuff. I'm in the Arkansas, USA. We might use that for stripers. Yeah, that would probably be pretty cool. Like you could get some dead mackerel or something. You could even buy the bait at a store, which of course is pretty useful. And also what I'm thinking with those is there's a lure maker I'm talking to who already wants to send me some lures to try. And I thought maybe I could actually exactly. Maybe we could actually make a mold together, and so he could make for me basically like a rubber bait, similar to this one, but this has a hard core, so you can't, and it's jointed, so you cannot really put anything inside, but make like a fake fish out of plastic to put that robo lure inside and make it swim. And if we could make those plastic fish relatively cheap, so maybe like $5 a bait or even less, then it would be very affordable, and you wouldn't even have to have bait fish at all, and you would still have something that at least looks like a live bait out there, and that you can fish like a live bait. You don't have to be moving a lure. So let's see about that. But first, now I'm gonna share my screen. And Okay, it's not working right now. Come on. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So, good news. I do have money that I could use to get the Kanama smart baits I talked to you all on my last live stream. But I do need your help to decide if I should get the mini or the regular version. So for smaller or for larger bait, mainly like what would you be most interested to see a review on? And also, of course, if any of you want to donate some money, like I will do a Christmas drawing. So if you donate some money, your name will go into the pot, and I'll also give away some gear. So you don't have to give me money as a present, but you'll still get a chance to get something back, and you'll also see my review on these Kanama smart baits. I have some gear to give away, like this pen 10,500, for example, would be part of the things that I'm gonna be adding to my giveaway. Some leaders for sure. Maybe this lure right here with a leader, and some line, and some other stuff. So yeah. Now for those who haven't seen it before, wait. Now we have the good camera on. Here is the Kanama smart bait. This is what it looks like. And yeah, you can see here it is 66 euros for one. But you do get 10% off with a special code. If you get a whole big pack, you get a lot of cash off. This is less than 10 would be at regular price, but ideally I would get 3 of each. So just to show you what that would be, add to cart. That would be 3 of the minis. And to show you all how exactly it works, this basically shows it. You tie a leader, put it in the fish, to a swivel, you tie another leader to your hook or multiple hooks and put it in the bait fish so you don't lose your bait. And they both work the same exact way. It's not like the mini and the big one work differently. They're just different sizes, and the big one also has a longer battery life. Blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it looks like that. It has variable speed. Can I find some videos that actually show using it? No, just a bunch of positive reviews, which of course can be fake. Like I said, I want to be the one who does an unbiased review, because I think this thing could have potential if there are no issues with it. Okay, why is it not working? Okay, maybe it is working. It's just going to take some time. So for a minute, I'm going to switch my screen again. Oh, and thanks for the likes. So, yeah, let's see. Size. And yeah, one would be 93, but there is a promo code that gets you $10 off your order. So it would be 83, which is exactly the price it was before Christmas. The only thing that's actually cheaper now are the big packs, like the 4, 5, and 6 piece packs. They are actually cheaper than they used to be. Everything else is actually the same price now. Or they just make it look like it's cheaper. So, yeah. It does come with free shipping, and so yeah. If I would have 3, let's just add them to my cart to show you what the cost would be, which I don't really have right now, unless I'm selling a reel. I also have some reels, the Okuma Makaira 30 wide, a Diver Certate LT 5000, and a Diver Certate SW 6000 that I'm trying to sell, and also a Shimano Speros 14,000. So if I can sell one of those reels, I could get them, but yeah, it'll be 442 euros, or that's 432 with the $10 off sign. So that would be the price for all of it. So anyway, let's go down and check if they have a video on how it works here, or they do. So yeah, this is to show you how that thing actually works. Like once a fish is in the water, okay, they're not really showing the fish in the water, underwater. Okay, that's boring. Or do they show another video? Nope. Okay. You do have to see how it swims to understand how realistic this thing looks. Okay, here they're gonna show a clip. Not that one, but okay, it's loading. That right there. Like swims underwater is pretty insane, let's say. That motion. That is gonna, that is very generously in favor of their bait, obviously. But yeah. 3 good, work nice, like it. The bad sea condition, blah blah blah. Couldn't use it. Yeah. One guy caught here, actually Larry. One guy with a big striper. So yeah. Let's see. And yeah, if we can get enough donations to sell a reel to get the 430 something euros together, I'll definitely buy it. I'll buy 3 of each. If not, then I cannot try it in Brazil. And it would be cool because I have 3 months of fishing in Brazil where I could really test how it is, but it doesn't work well. At least I can get one. So let me know if you're more interested in the small version, the 13 to 20 centimeter for spates of 13 to 20 centimeters, or the big one for baits between 20 and 40 centimeters. And in inches, that's going to be 5 inches to 5 to 7 inch, I think would be the bait size for the small one. No, sorry, 5 to 8 inch, and for the large one, it would be 8 to, not 20 inch, but 8 to 16 inch would be the recommended bait size. So would you prefer seeing me try it out on baits that are smaller, 5 to 8 inch, or on larger baits that are 8 to 16 inches? Let me know. I would right here, it's 32 centimeters, so that would be between 13 and 14 inches. So it would be for the large one. And yeah, I really caught great on this lure. So, hey Lou, hi there, running on my laptop while I get chores done, helping you with your hours. Oh, that's nice. Okie dokie. Okay. So we have one on the laptop and one on here. Alrighty. So what should I do? Maybe I should get some stuff done. Yeah. Until I get some more questions, I will actually start to go through a box with a bunch of gear here. The leaders that caught my biggest fish yet. But yeah. Yeah, thanks, Lou. So are you gonna be in here for a bit, or are you gonna straight go and do your chores? And let me make you a mod. Real quick. Because I definitely know and trust you enough. Okay, it's being slow, but okay. Both multitasking. Okay. So yeah, I was just showing the Kanama Smart Bait robotic lure that you can use to fish with that bait like a live bait, which for Germany would be amazing because we're not allowed to use live baits, and also it would be more practical than having to keep live baits alive, especially when you don't have a car and you have to transport them somehow. So here's actually a leader that I'm going to add to the Christmas giveaway that you can donate to now, which is a shark or a leader for any fish with teeth, basically, with some 300-pound cable. And yeah, real quick, I'm gonna put my info in the chat. If you want to give some donations, you certainly can. You don't have to, but it will give you better chances to win on the Christmas giveaway. Well, there'll be more prizes, let's say, that are available for the people that do donate. But yeah, of course, there also will be some things for free. And you can also donate to another fund for everybody. The another drawing for everybody that will be basically paid for the people that do donate, but that donate to not donate, like to not enter the drawing for themselves, but just to everybody. So let's see. And here we have a bag with some rigs, some special rigs actually that I will definitely present someday. Not sure about the day. And another one with different rigs. This is my bag for pike fishing, actually, with some pike leaders. Yeah, I feel you, Lou. That is, if I wasn't broke, I would be doing free giveaways all the way. I wouldn't ask anyone, but because I'm also broke. Yeah, I think you get it. 3. Oh, thanks, Lou. That's awesome. And yeah, I got. Hey, Wicked Weasel. Hi there, man. Going good. I just showed the Knama Smart Baits, but I'm gonna show them again. That I'm trying to order, and I'm trying to decide which one. And I only can afford one piece of one version right now. If anybody wants to donate to let me give them a real go for 3 months in Brazil and see if they're actually worth the money, that would be awesome. And I also have a Christmas drawing going on where I'm going to have some prizes. How many prizes depends on how many donations come in. Like this pen 10,500 would be in there. Maybe my 4,000 Twin Power, Shimano Twin Power, right here. This little reel, I have to find the handle real quick, but I know I have it stored away. Good. It is in good condition, and it's also filled with some quality line Momoi Ryojin. So all the donations for the Christmas drawing will also go to getting the Knama Smart Baits and giving them a try. I will be adding some leaders to the drawing like this. I will also have, just for fun, a shark leader with a gigantic hook, a 28-0 circle hook. Let me see if I find it real quick. Here. I will, on the Christmas Live, tie a leader with this hook right here and add it to the giveaway. Massive hook. That's gonna be, I think it's just gonna be cool. So here, and I have a rod. Where do I have a rod? Okay, I think I put the rod away, but I'm also gonna be adding a rod if enough people can send some donations. Yeah, it's a zombie killer hook, exactly. So yeah, you can use it for zombies or to scare some bad guys. But you could go for some sharks in Texas with that thing. And there is still this little leader right here with a 10-0 circle hook and some 300-pound cable. Wow. And of course, I will also make some lighter leaders. I did make on my last live, for example, second to last, or the live before the last one, a leader with, I think, size 1 single hook and some cable. And of course, I can also tie some smaller leaders, but honestly, like smaller than size 4 single hooks and like size 8 travels, I don't really use. Or at least I don't tie my leaders myself. That's a small hook in Texas, or that one here. I also have something in between, and I actually have a huge order for. Hey Sturgeon, that's awesome. Hurting for Sturgeon just said, and check out his channel. He has a pretty awesome YouTube channel himself. That he'll be sending $10 today, so that's awesome. That's gonna definitely get you one enter for the Christmas drawing. John C, hello. So yeah, seems like the live is going good. We have 2 people watching the vertical live and 3 right now in the horizontal on my other YouTube channel. And the reason I have 2 YouTube channels is because I'm separating my short videos and my long form videos just because it works better with the YouTube algorithm. It is what it is. It would be easier to just do one channel, but on the other hand, if something bad happens to one of my channels, I still have the other one left. So it also has some benefits. And yeah, so for the one who Lou, I'm on Locked Up Drag Shorts and Locked Up Drag Fishing. So add Locked Up Drag for the one you're watching right now, and add Locked Up Drag Shorts for the other one. And this reel, if we get enough donations, is also one that's going to enter the giveaway. 4,000 size is Shimano Twin Power. No wicked. I'm actually in Germany, but I travel a lot. Sean's saying I only make wire rigs for bluefish. Well, if you want, I could make a few and send you some over. It's not expensive to send some rigs because it fits in like a, what do you call the thing you put a letter in? So, yeah, in an envelope. You can send rigs in an envelope, so they're cheap and easy to ship. And I have wire all the way from 35 pound up to 1,200 pound, or actually still even have some 2,000 pound wire somewhere. But yeah, I have wire in almost any size, so I could definitely make you some bluefish leaders as well. And even I could also just get some thinner wire too. Wouldn't be an issue either. I'm kidding. That was. Yeah, I just saw it, Lou. Hi there. So yeah, manila envelope. Yeah, like this, for example. I could send leaders in a package like this. So this is even internationally only gonna be like maybe $2 or $3 for shipping. Not too bad at all. If I make and I could, from leaders up to this size, maybe like 300 pound cable, 10-0 hook, I could easily put like 10 in an envelope, and I could probably put 100 bluefish leaders with some smaller hooks or in there. So, or sturgeon leaders. I can also make some sturgeon leaders. Of course, if you want sturgeon, that would also work. I have some hooks that would definitely work for sturgeon. Some J hooks and circle hooks. So let me know on that. Maybe I could also make you some leaders. And I'm also actually going to be able, especially cable leaders, but of course other leaders too, but especially cable leaders, to make them to pretty good prices, while not maybe as cheap as, well, actually no, I could make them as cheap as a tackle shop, because it's just me doing them. Of course, I would be working for cheap, but okay. And I have some good sources for especially the cable that is pretty cheap. Can you crush the hooks, sturgeon, or do they have to come? Do the hooks have to be 100% barbless, or is it enough? Like, I have some crimping pliers right here that I could easily crush the barb with, and I also have some bigger crimpers for some really big sleeves. Yeah, I know, Lou, the quality is better on the vertical live, which is why I'm really trying to get to 50 subscribers on the other channel, because once I have 50 there, I can do a horizontal live on that channel also using a phone. So it's also going to be good quality. And I have 2 phones, so even when traveling, I have a backup phone and a better phone. I can do it like that. So, yeah. I even sturgeon have some Gamakatsu hooks, I think similar to the ones you were using. So, yeah, they don't come 100% barbless. Just pinch barb down, then file it so completely barbless. Okay. I do have some 10-0 circle hooks that are completely barbless, actually. Let's see if I can find one real quick to show you. Like, you don't have to, but of course I could also, I could send you some, of course, but you would have to file it down, so that kind of defeats the purpose of getting a pre-made leader. Okay, here is my like, of course I could order some barbless hooks for you too. So I have like, I think at least 5 of these hooks right here. That you can see there are 100% barbless. These are 4x Mustard Demon Circle hooks. And unlike the regular Mustard Demon Circle hooks, these are also super, super sharp. So actually, I don't make leaders like this anymore. So I'm just gonna cut it, I think, because yeah, I found a better way to do my leaders. As you can see, this one here, it doesn't always catch. So that's why, yeah, let me cut it. Where do I have my crimping pliers? I just had them to show you. Here. Because this crimpers also, I make it easier to cut a hook. Those would definitely work here. Those are nice hooks. Yeah, they definitely are. And they're not going to bend on any fish. I tested this. This is a 4x wire. I tested the 3x, and the 3x wire, it took 50 kilograms, so 110 pounds of force to get them to bend a tiny bit. They didn't straighten out. I wasn't able to get them straightened out. Like, well, I could have, but I wanted to do it with a scale, and my scale only goes to 50 kilos. But yeah. Well, if you want, I'd have to check how much these were to give you a price on the leaders. But I could, and I think you use braided leader. I have actually some really high quality leader material here that is made for catfishing, that is as abrasion resistant as mono. I actually have two types of that, but it is braid. So it has the suppleness advantages of braid, but it has the abrasion resistance of mono in the same size. We use 130-pound Dacron. Yeah, I saw you do that. But I think Dacron isn't the most abrasion resistant stuff, right? Like, I could make you some stuff that is way more abrasion resistant than Dacron for sure. And also thinner, or at the same size as would be way stronger and more abrasion resistant. And actually, while I'm at it, let me show you guys a cool knot that for how you fish sturgeon, I think it could also be useful. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just talking out of my nether regions, but I'm actually going to do the stitched version. You can also do them starting like a regular no knot, but I'm going to be starting with a no knot that I'm doing when the leader is already attached to something. So you're just going to put it in the position for like a no knot, and then you're going to start make a big loop, holding your one end tight and wrapping the line around the shank with that loop. Like this right here is going to be a bait holder knot, I think it's called. I hear that I'm getting old socks, lol, having coffee myself. Okay, hello. And yeah, though these hooks are really sharp. It's pretty damn abrasion resistance. I never had 130-pound Dacron break on anything yet. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, maybe I think egg loop knot. You're right. So what was the next step? Let me think. This is how it goes. No, it's not. Oh, like this. Yeah. Well, if you wanted, I could do some leaders for you like this, or just do a regular snell knot to the hook shank, which is what I normally use. But hey, this here works too, and it could have its advantages for keeping your bait in place. Oh, you want to check a new flake on Monday, Lou? That's cool. So yeah, this right here would be the egg loop knot, and you have this loop right here. It straightens out under tension. It is like a normal hook knot, but you can feed it through the eye again, and you have here where you can put your bait in, and you can wrap this loop around the bait multiple times as well and fix your hook to it. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut it now, or I can just cut the leader up here somewhere. Or actually, it just came undone. So yeah, this is that knot. Oh, you use that knot for salmon eggs. Yeah, for that it really makes a lot of sense. For most things I do, it doesn't make too much sense, but for salmon eggs, it would be useful for sure. So yeah, and hey Lou, if you want to, well, I could definitely make some leaders for you and send them over as well. Probably with some smaller hooks, but I do have small hooks as well. Also some insanely strong hooks. I ordered some different ones, but in the small sizes, I ordered a lot of the BKK Puka live bait hooks in size 2 to 1. I have a bunch of them, and in the other sizes, I still have a few. And those are 5X hooks, and they're really sharp. And I'm guessing those hooks hold like 20 kilos from comparing them to some 5X treble hooks. But this is not for zombie fish. This is like a regular sized catfish hook. You would use them for catfish, no problem. Need to go, my friend. I'll be back in a bit. My baby girl needs some food. Okay. You see her, Vickert, and I hope she's doing good and likes her food. And yeah, and hi Dennis Bigfoot. How are you, man? And yeah, I know. But I mean, that hook right here, you could use it for sharks, but it is overkill, even for shark fishing. But this one right here, this is the leader maybe a little bit, but the hook is not overkill for shark fishing. This hook is just perfect. Just for size comparison, next to my face. And I could even get it into my mouth. No, Dennis, I'm actually from Germany. But I have been to Norway quite a bit. And actually, I think I have a few videos from Norway over. I just sent you them. Oh, thanks. Okay, Sturgeon. I'm going to check how much they were for you. They were pretty pricey because the barbless ones were way more expensive than the regular. But I mean, I'll give you a good price too. No worries. But no, I can check how much they are right now. Actually, I could do that. I don't know how much they were when I bought them. I think it was like $10 for a pack of 2, which is pretty insane. But if they're cheaper now, I just give them to the current price. Oh yeah. Okay. So, mustard demon circle 4X barbless. Yeah, I'm not even finding the barbless one right now. Okay, Mustard has them on their website. Okay, Mustard, they're really. Let me see what they were. But yeah, maybe I'll just find to see what they were back then. Or yeah, here on eBay, for example, they're $8, and I'm not finding them on the same website I had them before. Yeah, I'll check again and get back to you, Sturgeon. And Yeah, Dennis. Lou actually was in Germany for 3 years too, so she does speak some German. And okay, we have 5 or 6 people in the live, so let's check. Let's show you all again why I'm trying to make some money with selling some tackle like reels and you really think $5 for a hook isn't a bad price? Like, to me that, but okay, for true barbless hooks maybe they are always expensive from at least from a company that's reputable. They are always expensive from at least from a company that's reputable, and most non-reputable companies probably don't make barbless hooks. But yeah, I also have to check how many I have, because I have at least 4, but I don't know if I can find them all. So I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, exactly, Dennis. I have a trip for 3 months in Brazil that's coming up. So the monsters fish you caught. Most strange. Well, I actually don't have any true monsters. Well, okay, I have one monster on video, but I still have to release that video again, for where I caught 1 meter 95, so 6.5 foot long European catfish. That video is actually going up today or tomorrow, I think, on my long form channel, Locked Up Drag Fishing at Locked Up Drag. Yeah, the eels, they were cool, but they get way bigger, and I caught bigger. I just don't have them from on my leader. So Hurton station, I pay $4.79 per lead for an 8-ounce lead. So here, so 5 for 1 really good hook is kind of normal here in Oregon. Okay, I mean, yeah, they were somewhere in that range. I do remember that, because they can only come in a pack of 2. And yeah, they're never gonna break for sure. So yeah, 6 feet cat, no joke, but also no monster. I mean, they get way bigger here. Yeah, European cat. Like, the reason I don't call them Wells catfish is because it's a double name. Because Wells means catfish in German, and that's all it means. So in a German biology book, you'll read there are over 2,000 species of whales or whalses, so the plural of whales, because it just means catfish. But yeah. Okay, Dennis Bigfoot is saying fishing is one of my favorite things I follow. To a freshwater primary, just got into ocean fishing again because I live on the coast of USA. That's cool. Which coast are you on, Dennis? Are you on the East Coast, West Coast, Gulf Coast? They definitely have some cool fish on each. My dad caught channel cats. Yeah, we actually have them over here too. They're invasive, of course, because they are North American, but we do have them. And yes. So, East Coast, North Carolina. I think that's a really cool place. Like, you get, in the summer, you get some of the tropical and subtropical species come in. You have some of the temperate species, and you even have some of the cold water species come in the winter. I think that's in the Carolinas. It's probably one of the most interesting places to be on the East Coast, because yeah, you have fish from up and down, from north and south coming in, depending on what time of year it is. Hurton for sturgeon, when you buy tackle here in Oregon, you might as well pull your pants down at Manchester, because you're gonna take it up the day. Okay, I'm not gonna read the last part, but I get it. So yeah, I'm gonna check how it would be, and if you don't mind, I would still tie a leader with at least one of the hooks, just to give you a feel for the leader material we use over here. I can actually I would maybe do both because I have two different kinds of leaders that I think would both be really good for sturgeon fishing, and they're made for European catfishing. Yeah, from crabs and shrimp to red drums, they're a lot bigger than most freshwater. Yeah, and also a bunch of different sharks. Hey, no F's, no frills, no mercy. Hi there, buddy. Rah! Let's go. And okay, I'm gonna show. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys again for what I'm trying to make some money with selling gears, doing a giveaway, or dropping a drawing on Christmas for some fishing tackle as well. So the Kanama Smart Bait. Wait, I have to share my screen so Sturgeon is seeing what it's all about, and whoever else is watching on my other channel. Yes, share entire screen, allow, okie dokie. So these are the Kanama Smart Baits. Amazing when you cannot use. However, my body caught a sturgeon for agua. Yeah, sturgeon are awesome. And check out Hurtin' for Sturgeon on YouTube. He has a great channel, and pretty much all he does is sturgeon and some trout fishing. So I'm gonna turn around my screen, and here you can on my camera, and this is the Kanama Smart Bait. And the way you rig it is you attach a leader to the robot, basically, another to your hook, and then you put the robot side of your bait, and it makes the bait swim like a live fish, which is pretty cool. And I've caught big fish on swim baits like this in strong current. I just fished them like a live bait, stationary, and it works great. But you don't always have strong current. And these things are heavy to carry around, and if you fish for toothy fish, they break. So it does have an advantage if you have something that you can put into a bait fish, and you can use it in slow water as well. Well, aquarium here. Oh, like for a big aquarium, that's cool. Actually, in a North German lake lately, there was a gigantic catfish called 2.80 meters, so 9 feet and 3 inches. 9 foot 3 catfish. Let that sink in. 9 foot 3, 2.80 meters and something. Okay, wait again. Here. And I'm going to show you another video real quick, but you can see how that thing, that's not a live bait, that's a dead fish. And I really want to give them an unbiased review. So yeah, and they come in two sizes. The regular, which is from baits from 20 to 40 centimeters, and the mini that is from 13 to 20 centimeters. So that's from 5 to 8 inches, and from 8 to 16 inches is a recommended bait size for the two sizes. Right now, I could buy one of one size. And if I get enough money collected, I'll get 3 of each to really give them a go. Yeah, shout out to Grant. I heard about him and his passing, unfortunately. Yeah. I know, not easy. Hey Skipper YouTube channel. Yeah, he did a video. Like trying to take it at as full advice. If the only information you find on them is from sponsored people, though I would really love to give an unsponsored review because there's zero. I do think they are made with good quality, that their wireless charging also gives me confidence that they are actually waterproof, because the only way to charge them is not by unscrewing something and putting some batteries in, but by actually doing wireless charging. But still, you never know. So, yeah. I'm going to open a link in a minute to share you some videos. And again, shout out and rest in peace, Grant. I know you were, I don't know you personally, but I know you were a good guy and a good father and a good husband. So, yeah. When I was 7 years old, my dad caught those channel cats bigger than I was, 1.5 meters in size. I don't think those were channel cats. I think, Dennis, they were probably blue cats. They look the most like channel cats, or maybe flatheads. Like, from what I know, channel cats max out at 80 to 90 centimeters of size. But yeah, the blue cats get way bigger. It must be so strange to have multiple different catfish species, because over here we just have European catfish, and then we have sometimes channel cats as an introduced species. Yeah, you only take reviews with a pinch of salt when they are sponsored. Yeah, for sure. And if enough people here chime in and let me get them to do an unsponsored review, my big catfish are all European catfish. I don't have any videos of the channel cats I did catch. There was a time when I was in France fishing a river that was full of channel cats, but yeah, I don't have it on video. So let me show the zombie bait again, the Canam. But there's actually another one called Zombait, which I heard a lot of bad things about, that it just doesn't last. Like, it is nice for a few sessions and then it breaks. So I do have hope that the Kanama is better, but I need to try it out as an unsponsored guy. Okay, now YouTube is slow, but yeah, I'm gonna share my screen again. Okay, does Brazil? Yes, I will be fishing for Golden Dorado, where my uncle lives. They actually have Golden Dorado right next to his house in a river, so I will be fishing for them. And yeah, Surgeon will be back. Okay, I'll tell you again about the Golden Dorado in case you missed it. And yeah, I think fish just keep growing based on space and food they have. For the most part, yes, but how fast they grow is differently. And of course, they don't live forever. So how big a fish gets still it has its limits. But technically, fish never stop growing. That is true. That is why the really big ones are always really old. But yeah. I like mountain lions. Have Golden Dorado are also redundant. Yeah. So like Wells catfish. Wells or catfish is what the name means. Which is why the more scientific name would be European catfish, because it is the only catfish known to Europe. Well, I think there's one that has that is related, that has some small populations in Eastern Europe, but it's not really native to Europe as a whole, while the European catfish is native in almost all of Europe, so it is a good name. And actually, before I'm going to show you guys the other stuff, the Kanama Smart Baits again for all the newcomers, I have to go to the bathroom, but I'll leave y'all So yeah, little bathroom break, but I'm gonna leave you all with some tackle to watch. Voila. Or actually, why not? Let me give you guys, before I go to the bathroom, it's not that urgent. Let me show you some packages that all came in the mail. And then I'm gonna take a quick break, but I'll be back. I'll be back. And it's only gonna take 1 or 2 minutes. So here you have my raw tube, Sport Tube 3. It's a big one, big boy, as you can see. I've almost twice as wide as my feet. Here is tackle that, for the most part, isn't new. And oh crap, I just turned the screen black. Okay, we're back. Here are packages. So loads and loads of gear orders, and there will be even more gear that I'll be getting when I am in Brazil, that my sister's gonna send to Brazil. And here's my tackle room. Why not? Or should I leave? No, I'll leave you in the other room. Because right now there's more tackle for you to watch while I'm taking a leak. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back. 1 minute. See y'all. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, let's see. Here's my raw tube. Or not, I can show it this again. I have showed it before, but my friend just toured. They had the girl from Sao Paulo for a bit. Brazil is cool. Yeah. Why not? I can say. I can also say when things don't work out. But yeah, if things don't work out, but my fiance is from Sao Paulo as well. So yeah. From all the orders, I'm actually gonna be sending these two back because this is some 2mm cable, but it's coated, and the coating is so thick that it takes it up to being 3mm thick. And this right here is some 3mm cable with the coating. It's 4mm, and I can coat the cable myself and have it give it a way thinner coating. So yeah. And I also have the new cable, but that's still in the boxes, and I'm gonna do the big unboxing on Christmas. But this right here are 50 meters of 3mm cable without coating that I still need to coat. So yeah, and these 50 meters without coating are cost the same amount that the coated 20 meters cost. So it is a better deal as well. I do have some uncoated 2mm already, but it's 7x19, so it is much thinner. Although it has much thinner strands, because it has, instead of 49 strand, it is 133 strand. So yeah, and we're 6 people again. Hi there. So in case you don't know it, I'm doing a Christmas drawing and giveaway where I'm going to be having some leaders, some reels and rods, hopefully, to give away. But I do need to get some donations to be able to give it all away. If I don't get any donations in, I'm going to have a little bit less stuff to give away. Okay, yeah, see ya. Dennis, no worries. And yes. Let me start a poll, actually, if I should get the big or the small Knama. It is, as long as I don't have more money coming in. If I get enough from the donations and the gear I'm selling, it will go right into the channel to do that comparison and get the small ones and test the Knama smart baits in Brazil for the whole 3 months. Yes, I do know you want the spin fisher. Well, it's, it is, I would say the value are like about $100 maybe. So with shipping, it would be 125, but let's say if we hit 100 in donations, I'm going to add this reel to the drawing. Or if you want to buy it for 120 straight, you're going to can get it with insured shipping. The 10,500. And yeah, I could put on solid braid or hollow core for you. Right now it has a mix of a bunch of lines. I'd have to check what exactly it is. But yeah, I can always sell a blood and seam. I have to be careful what I read. I have to read it first because I say it out loud. Well, if you want to, let me know if you want to sell some of your fluids. You crack me up, man. Okay, I'm starting the poll. Yeah, if we get some more donations, this reel is we're gonna be going into the drawing, and there's a good chance you'd get it. I think. Let's see. Yeah, because of course there will be a drawing for each prize, so there's not that many people gonna be in there for the spin fisher. Even if we get to over $100, we would still only have like 10 people. I'll probably just buy it from you straight up. I do the hollow core braid, 80 pounds or higher. It's perfect. Okay, great. Then I'm sorry. Are you positive on that, Sturgeon? Because if, then I'm gonna take this reel out of the drawing, of course. Okay, so in that case, yeah, okay, I would have to check what the braid is, but I have some braid that is base that is new, but that I'm probably not going to use anymore. So I can fill that reel up for you for a good price with braid. I'd have to check how much it's going to be, but it's definitely going to be less than new braid. Or the mini. Or okay, so which is 5 to 8? Five to 8. Alrighty. So let me know if you're positive on that, Sturgeon. Then I'm gonna take the reel out of the giveaway, or I'm gonna tell everybody that it is out of the drawing. Of course, you have till Christmas, but yeah, would probably be cool to tell everybody right now. For 13 to 20 centimeter. Okay, start pull. Okay. So yeah, now let me show for what I'm trying to collect money with different reels, and including this 4,000 size twin power, which would mean if we would get to is Hurton in chat on here. No Fs. Hurton is on my other channel. I'm live on both my channels. This one here that you're seeing is where I post all of my long form content on, and the one you're on is where I post all of my shorts. So yeah. The best at Johnny, I think Hurton for Sturgeon can answer that. I personally would probably fish heavier than he does, but with braid we wouldn't be far off. I think with braid I would probably use like 130 pounds, and I think he uses 80 to 100 pounds, so not too different. On mono he I think uses 50 and 60 pounds, but yeah, he can tell you better. And now I'm gonna share my screen again to show you all that come on you, for which I am going to be using all of the cash from the drawing. And hey, Fat Cat. Hi there. So, yeah. Let me show you again how much they are. These are the Kanama Smart Baits. So for 3 pieces, which would be I think the ideal amount to test them out. If I go for 3, they have very fast free shipping at least. And then I could try out both sizes for different size baits. And yeah, so let me show you what they actually do. Because it is pretty useful, I think, and especially with with swim baits and heavy current, fish stationary like a live bait. I caught some giant fish, including my PB catfish, which was 6.5 feet long or 195 centimeters. So yeah, you put the fish thing in the bait fish. You have a second leader attached to the robot. Here you can kind of see the leader, but not very well. Okay, it is buffering. Hopefully it's going to play again soon. But basically you attach a leader to the robot and a second one to the hook. So yeah, and the guy is not moving it. And for large bait fish, okay, yeah. For large baits, to get it in deep enough, you need some pliers to push it in. That does make a lot of sense. And this is going to be a game changer, I believe, in Germany, where live baits, any live fish or any live vertebrate is illegal to use as bait because it goes against the animal protection laws, which I kind of understand. At the same time, I don't understand it. If you see what all is legal for commercial fishermen to do, then it does make zero sense, but okay. And yeah, and I really want to get them now because I'm gonna have that much time to test them in Brazil, where I'm gonna be fishing for 3 months in fresh and salt water, and I want to do an unbiased, unsponsored review of them. So if possible, I would want to, not be sponsored at all and still show them. And then if I have tested them for several months and decided then Kanama wants to sponsor me, great. But I don't want to get to try them out while I'm already sponsored, because I could be biased, just not thinking about it, just subconsciously I could be biased. And of course, yeah, here you can see the bait swim. And yeah, I could be biased, and of course, you couldn't be sure that I'm not biased by trying to sell you something either. So it would be best for everyone if we can get some money together, and you can buy some gear from me. You don't have to give me money for free at all. So we got 1 vote. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah. I have to start the Q&A. I'm sorry. But I think if Sturgeon buys the reel that he says he'll probably buy, that I can definitely get at least one of both. So, but still, if I have to get an uneven amount of, so maybe one of one and 2 of the other, then it would still matter. So yeah. Oh, thank you, PH, for being here. Then you can say you liked and used them before you were sponsored. Of course, and I want to be honest myself too. Like, I don't like giving something a try while I'm already sponsored. Like Tightline Braid, I got a huge order from Tightline Braid coming in, and I'm gonna try that line out. And if I think it's good line, and then they ask me to sponsor me, I'm gonna say yes. If they had asked me straight out if they should sponsor me, I would have said no. Not now. I first need to try your line, and be sure it is good line first. Okay. Okie dokie. So yeah, now let's show again a couple of how they work. Oh, sorry, this is my live chat myself that I was checking while I'm sharing my screen. But where is it now? Okay. Okay, I think this is, I just have to go back here. Or, let's see. Well, okay, I think I know how to, about the poll, what I did wrong. But yeah, here, this is Kanama Smart Bait. Let's let's check and show you some more of the videos of how to use them. Like, not to show you how to use them, I'm gonna show you, but you know what I mean. I think you do, at least. Okay. Google again. You have already seen this one. Yeah, that's what's called a spiny lobster or a crawfish in Australia, and a langosta. Like, I know it. Yes, exactly. Paul. It does give life to your dead bait, and I really want to try them out as an unsponsored person. And if any of you can send me a few bucks over, so I can do that, it would be great. And then you can know if they are actually worth it, or if it is a waste of money. And over here, that would be a game changer, because in most of Europe now, live baits are illegal. In Germany for more than 20 years, so basically my entire life. In other European countries, it just became illegal to use live baits. Yeah, me too, Dennis. And I want to know how good they are in reality, Are they actually worth it or not? So I would like to be able to buy them and give them a try for a few months in Brazil, and then, of course, after on my future fishing trips. And so I would wait at least half a year, even if Kanama offers to sponsor me, and I can get them. I'm gonna wait for several months before I'd accept the sponsorship. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the short again, and then I'm gonna put into the chat my PayPal and Revolut information, where you could send me a few bucks to help get them and give them a try. So that you all see from somebody who has no affiliation whatsoever if they're good, if they're okay, if they're complete trash. We'll see. Yeah, live bait isn't allowed in so many places. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and I mean, I kind of get it from a animal rights point of view. On the other hand, if you look at all the crap that commercial fishermen are allowed to do, it makes zero sense. Again, somebody's going to use it themselves at some point. I bet money on it. Sure. Just, I also want to be able to use it, of course. Okay, Sturgeon's got to run. Dan K just popped in to say hi and give a like. Thank you. I'm doing last Christmas. It's been at Christmas shopping. Yeah, I'm trying to do it too. Could go. Lol, my body just got pulled over. Sorry for your body hurt. But yeah. Of course, using it now would be, but I do believe it is gonna work. I do have pretty high hopes for it, because I have used fake bait fish like this in heavy current, stationary, and they catch just like live baits. In really strong current, they're actually better than live baits, because live baits start to lose energy and turn on their back, and then die eventually in strong current, because they cannot resist the strong current. So yeah. Speaking of which, I do need to finish my shopping as well. Okay, PA. Maybe you can come back after. I'm probably going to be live for a while today. Actually, I also do need to eat something soon. Either I'm going to make a quick shake, or I don't know, maybe I'm going to cook something up on the live. Why not? Some fish. At work now. Okay. Oh, no, you actually shouldn't be watching YouTube either, I guess. But thank you for being here. Actually, but yeah. I already have my information, how you can enter the Christmas drawing, and And of course, donate money for whatever you want as well. Well, on my other live chat, but let me pin that message real quick. So yeah, you can also donate just to me or to everyone to do a big Christmas giveaway. So okay. Yeah, my other chat, I just have the message pinned. Now I just need to get it into this live stream, unfortunately. Oh right, I can get into this live stream with my other phone, okay. Because I have a really old phone that is hardly working at all. Like half the stuff doesn't work. But yeah, it still works to go live and do some commenting. So that's what I'm going to use it for now. Locked up drag fishing. Go to the live stream, take the volume to 0. No, sorry, not locked up drag fishing shorts. I want to access this live stream that I'm on right now. Okay. But yeah, if you just Google locked up drag or put it into YouTube, you're going to find both my channels, just for the record. Or is it not working? Okay, no, now it is working. Okay, good. So yeah, lives are fun. I get about 200 live notifications a day. God, to how many channels are you subbed? That is, because most don't even go live every day. I mean, I'm subbed to a lot of channels now too, and I do get multiple live notifications a day, but not 200. But thank you for being here, for sure. So yeah. Okay, 1500 plus channels. That kind of explains it. And yeah, so all money that I get from donations and giveaways, I will basically all the donations that are gonna come in, I will do some drawings on my channel, giving some gear away, but I will use that money to buy the Kanama smart baits. So you get double value. You get me to try out these robo lures and see if they're any good, and you get some gear as well. And of course, you can buy gear directly from me too. I have multiple reels. I'm trying to sell a few rods. I sell leaders that can be custom made or standardized, whatever you prefer. So a lot of good stuff. I like to people watch as a hobby. Yeah, it is, for sure. And it's a non-creepy way to do so. Okay. Because, I mean, of course, there are also other places. Like in a park, it's also okay to just be watching some people. But if you're like, if you stare too much, it is kind of strange. Okay. Clipboard. Lighting. And basically my idea is to set up 2 different funds. For the Christmas drawings. To do one where there's like a $10 buy-in, so you can pay $10, or you can pay multiple times $10 or €10, whatever, or whatever currency you have, and get to be part of it. And I will be giving away gear for that. But also you can donate with freely, and then I'm gonna be giving away gear to everyone on my channel. I will probably have a few leaders that I give away completely for free myself, but I just cannot be giving away a lot of gear 100% for free because I'm broke. Once I'm not broke anymore, I will be doing more giveaways for sure. But right now I need a little bit of help to get started. So yeah, don't text while driving, John said. Okay. Yeah, John is asking if there's any safe place to go ice fishing soon in Philadelphia. Let's see. And we are in total now at 4 people and 2 people, so it's 6 people watching. That's good for me. I mean, I am a brand new channel. Like, I've been fishing all my life, and I should have started YouTube earlier. Oh, well, thank you for trying, PA. Okay, I'm gonna put in my other PayPal, or my private one. Nate. at gmail.com. Okay, it's slow typing, but while it has having issues, let me type in the other chat. No, it's a good way to push from your viewers to help your channel. Yeah, of course I would like to be established more, but yeah. Marlon Klöfer. Okay, Gmail, it was typed wrong. Okay, I'm gonna type it on here. You can donate to. Oh, sorry, that would be the wrong anyway. Or okie dokie. So I'm gonna pin this message. Yeah, I'm gonna replace pinned message. Okay, and I hope. And don't forget the K in Marlon K03. Actually, I think I'll also maybe create a PayPal konto under marlonklöfer@gmail.com. But I first have to create it. Maybe I can do that later today. I want to help people get better at the content. It will be one aspect of my channel, but that's one of many aspects. That's awesome, Dennis. XDE. So yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay, I have to delete the message. remove. I had gmx.com, it's gmx.de. xs80745@gmail.com. That. So these are my private PayPal accounts. So yeah, I should probably create another one with my full official legal name. But yeah, that is what it is right now. And I'm just copying the message on my notebook so I can just send the same one in here. Copied, yes. Okay. In Northern HG is a large pond that was the ice skating destination for New York and Manhattan since New Jersey, yeah, since 1815 to the 1950s. Yeah, actually, my mother also told me about doing ice skating. Awesome, Dennis. About doing ice skating on the Rhine, and sometimes the Rhine would freeze over when she was a kid. Something that's not going to happen nowadays, but it used to happen. And yeah, now it never gets more than ½ inch, mostly nothing. Here, I've only seen some small ponds in recent years where the ice got thick enough to walk on. Some bigger ones or bigger lakes, no chance. Okay, so now let's get the new PayPal in here. So probably it's best to screenshot it. Okay. They used to have ice skating, acrobatics, jumping lessons, dancing. Now nothing. Yeah. I ice skate and roller skates in my day. I'm an old guy, 54. 54 isn't old. I always say you're not allowed to call yourself old unless you're at least 70. Then you can say you're maybe getting old. But come on, 54 is nothing. My dad is older than you and he still acts like a teenager. So, and he looks pretty young for his age, but he acts younger even still. So, a lot of times it really feels like the ages are switched between me and my dad, actually. But yeah. New Jersey fishing maniac Mark went here in October and a lady made him move for geese and he will not go back. Gee, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. That, yeah, I kind of definitely understand that. Oh, thanks, PA. Paul. I just read your name, but yeah. Let's see it might take a couple minutes, but it should arrive right away, more or less. All right, the one PayPal account isn't here isn't a Gmail account. So let me go to GMX. gmx.de. Gosh, I always have to think with my password because I have PA is good to halfway to Paul. Yeah. Well, anyway, let me get. Oh, here I actually have this reel is not going to be up for the giveaway, I'm afraid, by 14,000 Saltiga, but I do have the Certate that's going to be added to the if enough people come, or that you can just buy directly. Like, I have a Certate SW 6000 and a Certate LT T5000 that I'm going to be giving away, or not very. Yeah, I'm going to be selling. Or auctioning or doing a drawing if enough donations come in. I cannot just give them away for now. Yes, Good Gear is unfortunately it's ridiculously expensive. Oh, okay, Sean. Thanks. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I wanted to go through all of this here, right? Yes. Because, well, I do have to get ready, for Brazil. Because it is only 1 week left. In 1 week, I'm in Brazil. Which is also why I do have to order those smart dates real soon. If I'm able to test them, but I'm gonna be able to test at least one. If that thing is, if it's a sure thing with the reel from Sturgeon, I'm gonna be able to get probably 3 smart baits. So one of one size and another from the other size. So that's good news. Okay, here we have one tackle box or one window bag. These are called. These are probably. I'm not sure if I'm going to be bringing any tackle boxes. Maybe I'm just going to be bringing window bags and buy some boxes at a hardware store. And here we have some high quality cable. Oh, I could actually make some Kingfish leaders. I don't remember who talked about Kingfish leaders earlier. Hit me up again. But this right here is the best cable I've ever had. When we hit 4K watch hours, we're doing bushcraft knife and sticker giveaway. That's awesome, PA. Yeah. I'm definitely, when you're live, I'm definitely gonna, even if I don't have time to watch, I'm for sure gonna put your live on and let it play in the background. Ideally over multiple browsers using a VPN, so I can use different IP addresses, and then I'm gonna give you watch hours from 4 different accounts at the same time, even if I'm only watching on one or I'm not watching at all. So this right here, best cable I've ever used. It doesn't come apart. It's insanely strong, and like even some really quality cable from a sailing supply in the same size, it has nothing against this here. It's some Japanese cable. It's 0.45 millimeters, 16.5 kilos, so 35-pound cable, and it's really thin stuff. It's the same thickness as mono. It's the same strength. No, it's less. It's like, well, what here would be like. Oh no, it is actually similar to mono in the thickness for its size, but it is stronger than the rating. So in reality, it it is stronger than mono. It's way stronger than mono. It's the same size. They don't just write it on the box. And yeah, here I have some swivels, some stainless steel sleeves, some stainless steel crimps actually. Some more swivels. And some split rings. These aren't the best. I mean, they're okay. And 23 kilos. It is a strong split ring. Probably all you're ever gonna need in a split ring this small. And all right, I'm gonna be adding these to these gonna be in the free drawing as well. Of course, you can still donate, but here are some snaps because I don't use snaps like this at all. I only do solid ring or swivel with a split ring, or I'm using twist lock snaps because I have lost gear by snaps like these opening. It doesn't happen a lot, but for me it is too much. But each their own. Okay, where do I have my? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to try to show you some twist lock snaps in a minute, but here, these stainless steel sleeves is what I can use also to make some leaders for y'all. And to make the perfect cable leader, actually, you want to use the same stainless steel for a sleeve, but in a softer variety that is not hardened for the sleeve. And then you want to use an aluminum sleeve to crush it over the tack end as an anode to stop corrosion. Hey MVP, what's up? How you doing? Great to have you in here, man. I really enjoyed your live stream the other day. Right now I'm cleaning out some gear and also talking about the giveaway, and there's one thing that I still want to get for my Brazil trip, where I'm going to be fishing Brazil for 3 months, starting in 1 week. I'm going to be in Brazil for 1 week. Probably the first couple of days, I'm just going to chill and recover from the flight. And after that, it's fishing. But I want to try out the Kanama Smart Baits, which is like a robot that is completely waterproof with wireless charging that you put inside your bait fish through the mouth. It is hooked up to a second leader, and then like you have 1 leader with your hook going into the bait, 1 leader hooked up to that robot, and then that bait swims like a live bait. It looks 100% real. It is pretty crazy, and I have caught, just like with live baits, sometimes even better, for fish that only take live baits. I tested it with dead baits before, and nothing took them. I used swim baits like this one in heavy current and stationary, fished like a live bait or a dead bait, and they caught just like a live bait. So I have very high confidence in these robots. I just don't have the cash to buy them right now. So I am getting some donations, and for the donations I'm getting, I will be doing some drawings on Christmas for some fishing tackles, some reels, some leaders. Depending on how many donations I get in, I will be giving away more tackle, and from the money that I get, I will be buying those lures or robots and gonna be showing them how they work on my channel. And I really want to do that, especially as an unsponsored content creator, because every single review you find is from sponsored people. So yeah, I want to be the first one who's not sponsored, and I want to try them out for myself as well, of course. Okay, yeah, doing fine. Awesome, thanks. I appreciate you coming in, my friend. For sure, I'll always check you out, MVP. And I think I'm already subscribed on like 3 channels, and there will be coming more. I will leave you more subs. Just just cannot sub from all my accounts at once. Or I tried that before, and those subs, I'm still subbed, but YouTube will not count all of those different subs. So yeah, loves the idea of doing multiple accounts. I got that idea from you. Thank you. I'm probably going to start using my backup account to share and post for other channels. That's cool. Yeah. So here we have a big box of gear that I'm gonna go through. Okay, and untangle. So here we have a gearbox with some, I don't know what to call it, like swivels, weights, hooks, whatever. Like this is a box I always bring. Just showing it on my phone right now, where I'm live on my other channel. And yeah, here's just some small stuff, some beads, anything really, some split rings, just everyday stuff. And here is a big spool of some 1,000-pound Cherry Brown hollow core. Cherry Brown isn't the best, but there's no other good brand that makes 1,000-pound hollow core. So from the 1,000-pound hollow core, Cherry Brown is by far the best. I tried some other Dyneema lines in 1,000 pounds. They were way thicker and not as abrasion resistant. So give this stuff a try if you want some super heavy braid. If you want to have something up to 300 pounds, go with Tightline or Cortland hollow core. They're the best. And for solid braid, I recommend Momoy Lure Sole, but only Lure Sole from Momoy. So Lure Sole Cast PE. All the other Momoy lines are not that great, honestly. In here I have a little book. Okay, is that like a diary? Yeah, it is. Cool. I'm going to keep that. Maybe I'm going to use it to take notes on my fishing. That's nice. And here, so I have my PayPal in the comments, and also I have Revolut for those people who don't have PayPal. And of course, you can also message me at yes, I will. And I also want to note like all fish that I caught, the spot and the time and the bait and the leader, like as much information about each fish as possible, so I can draw some conclusion what actually works better and what doesn't, because you have a feeling what works good, but you have to put it, and also the time I was fishing, because you have to also compare it for how many hours of fishing, what bait did better. And if you get some good information there, you can actually draw some conclusions. I know a guy that I really appreciate who's doing that. So yeah. Here we have some 3mm 7-strand cable, which is like, if you want something for, if you were going for great white sharks, this would be the best you can use. But it's also so stiff that maybe it's going to cause more issues than it's going to have benefits. But no shark is going to chew through this stuff, because each strand is the size of number 19 wire. Just to give you an idea. Each strand, 7 times number 19 wire. It has too many strands to be able to kink it through. So it's not going to kink and break like single strand wire. And it's not going to be chewed through like cable. But 99% of the time, cable works. So for the most part, that's what I and most other people would use, just because it's so much easier to work with. But hey, you never know. Sometimes you might want. Maybe one day I will be catching some great white sharks for some researchers. And in that case, I might use gear like this. Or I would just use a chain that is flexible and will not be bitten through. Also, this leader right here is also going to be part of the Christmas drawing. I actually made this one on camera, as I'm going to coat the cable with some plastic too, and then I'm going to put it in the Christmas drawing. This is 300-pound cable and a 10-0 circle hook, which would be like indestructible catfish leader and a good leader for moderate-sized sharks and for fishing for black drum or red drum in areas where you expect sharks and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, I do have a little bit of clothes in here that I don't need to show you, but yeah, next to the bed, it was good to have. Here is an even bigger one of these swim baits, and this one is actually rigged up. But with it misses the U float. So let me put it through to show you how. Okay, I need some mono, I think. Yeah, I need some mono to get it through here. And here's a cat toy that I'm gonna throw away. Not throw away, but that I'm gonna throw out for now, so you don't have to hear it. And where's my U float? Here is the U float. So I'm gonna show you how I use a swim bait like this to fish it like a live bait. Because it is really effective. But it only works in strong currents. That's a problem. And that is why I want to try out these Knama Smart Bait robot lures. Or it's not a lure really. It is a robot that you insert into a dead bait to bring it back alive. So actually, let me maybe splice on the swivel real quick to really show you how it works. So yeah, and hello there to whoever just came in. So I mean, it's just gonna be for show, but actually this is cool. Or is this a broken one? No, this is a broken swivel. Okay, I'm not gonna use this for show, but I really want to use a good swivel. Well, anyway. Yeah, so hi there. Somebody just came. Okay, I'm on YouTube just to what Sean's saying. Thanks, Mike. I'm on YouTube to watch videos. I have no content. I have no idea how to do it. Maybe show photos like Luca being bullied in school every day nonstop for 12 years makes me camera nervous. Yeah, I definitely feel you on that one, Sean. Sorry to hear that, Sean. I've also been through that, and it is probably the main reason. I was too nervous to start a YouTube channel for years. I wanted to start it, like 7 years ago, I think. I already thought about starting a YouTube channel, but I was just too nervous in front of the camera to get one take down. Then I started again a couple of years ago when I was doing a bit better, and I did record some videos, but then I got lost after somebody that mattered more than anybody else to me had passed away. And now, a few months ago, I finally just started. And yeah. And thank you, Paul, from PA Brew News from Beer Channel, who just left me a sub from his other channel. That's awesome. Because on this channel right now, I can check in a minute how many subs I still need on here, but yeah. Okay, that just got deep, but yeah, I feel for you, Sean. I know how it is, and I know it was not easy for me to be able to go live or do anything on YouTube, really. Okay, my battery is running low. Let's put it on the charger. It's good content. It's just practice. It makes you better. So live journey of YouTube. Yeah, for sure. And wow, we had 35 subscribers on Locked Up Drag Fishing. Add Locked Up Drag now. Woo! So we're getting there. Only 15 left, so I can go live from my phone on both channels. That's awesome. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. And yeah. Oh gosh, that just brought up some not too easy memories, but thank you for sharing, John. I think it can help to talk about stuff like that. And yeah, I think a lot of people actually, a lot of fishermen and a lot of guys, high painting with pub renewed. Thank you. I hope your subs all count, because I have heard from some people that where I left them a bunch of subs, they actually lost those subs again when I subbed at the same time from a bunch of channels. Yeah, I also have a bunch of extra channels. I don't know how many exactly, but a lot. And yeah, right now I'm splicing on a swivel on this leader to show you how I fish this swim bait like a live bait for European catfish, but it's also going to work for any other fish. As long as you have strong for halibut, it would be amazing. For example, I'm 100% sure this is going to work very well for halibut. So to all the halibut guys, and hey, it's hurting for sturgeon. In case you're still on here, I know you. I'm pretty sure you guys also have Pacific halibut in Oregon, right? You could also give these a try. So if you have this size leader, actually you don't need a stopper for your U-float. You just pull it onto the spliced section, and it is stuck like a bomb. So anyway, I'm gonna put the camera further away from me so you have more that you can see. And what you like here, this is set up actually with the holder. It has a hook in here that keeps one treble hook attached. Actually, let me take the protection off the treble hooks just so you can see. And Dennis is saying, I'll put you on a shout out list later today or tomorrow. Busy, but you're on the list. Thank you. Dang, that's big bait, but the bigger the bait, the bigger the catch. Sometimes not, but it does help in general. Yeah. So this is how the rig looks right here. We have one treble hook attached with a spike, another tiny spike to keep the line close to the bait, another one of these spikes. Then we have our other treble hook that is with a special version that I create myself of the no knot snell hook connected, and also by a split ring connected to this other hook that is cut off here, and that holds this treble hook into a special holder in these swim baits. And now all you're gonna do is tie this on, like I'm gonna show it now. Why not? But let's see. Okay, just for show, this is not exactly how I rig it. I would tie it and use a stiffened swivel probably. And Paul is saying I'll be brewing soon. Craft is too expensive, and I've been enjoying my cast conditioned homebrews more lately. That's awesome. And John is saying, apparently I wasn't allowed to be a scientist in my town. Spots are nothing in my schools. The only thing I did was fishing, and I studied ichthyology for years, but I became a botanist and horticulturist. Well, I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, so with these swim baits, what I do, you don't have to do it exactly like me, but what I do is that I connect them to my, not my main line, but I have like a top shot of some heavy braided line. So right here you have the U float, the bait, the U float, as you can see. Well, on the phone you cannot see it, but then what you do, like you take maybe how much you want. After like a meter and something, it doesn't really matter. You take your main line, which would be for big catfish, some 300-pound, 200 to 300-pound braid. You're gonna take it around your finger, wrap it 3 to 4 times. Then you're gonna take that wrapped line right here, and you're gonna take some light mono. Like I use maybe like 40-50 pound mono. Okay, that's not that light, but okay. Real looking bait. Yeah, it is. It really is. Oh gosh, where do I have my mono? I did actually for this purpose have some mono, but it's been days ago and I don't have it right now. Okay, right here is a line of then you take some mono, go through all of these loops. Now you can let go and you tie a uni knot. Just a simple 5-turn uni. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This doesn't have to be perfect either. Just push it down, and now you have fixed your break line to your snag leader or top shot of heavy braid. On this end of the break line, you're going to be tying on your breakaway weight. For demonstration purposes, what can I tie on? A reel? Why not? Let's tie on a reel. My beautiful 4000 size is Shimano Twin Power. I also need to go to the bathroom in a few minutes, but first I'm going to show you this right here. Another uni knot. So you would have your main line go here. Okay, then you have your float on the other hand, and that float. Okay, I cannot keep it on your screen, but anyway, you'd have your weight that keeps your stuff fixed where it is, and then okay, now the hooks caught something. Of course, that's why I have protection on them for storage. But anyway, you're gonna have your okay, I'm sorry, that's not easy to show, but you'd have your U float, have your line coming from somewhere, from your weight. You have the U float holding everything up, and then trailing behind your U float, you'd have your swim bait, and that in the current is going to move like a live bait, and it also catches like a live bait. I tried it. So yeah, that is all you do basically. And I could also sell you one of these. I would have to check how much it's going to be. My guess is with the leaders, this big one here is going to be like $60. This one would be like 50. And of course, some smaller ones would only be like $20 or something like that. And now I have to go to the bathroom real quick, but I'll be right back. Just give me 1 minute. And Paul is saying, mycology and botany is very cool. We like making natural medicines. That's cool. And here, I get to go. I have to go out of all the gear laying here, and I'll be right back, guys. Just 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Now the little cat toy is on my floor. And actually, everyone, yeah, that lure, John, it is a trout, a rainbow trout lure. And yeah, so this one right here. Alrighty. I actually should have been eating something a little while ago. I'm gonna make a shake real quick, but I'm gonna have you with me. Why not? Okie dokie. That looks stable enough. Okay, so I'm in my kitchen now. Also, where I'm gonna be filleting, doing the boneless carp fillet on Christmas. And gonna show you all how I do boneless carp fillet and then cook them up. That's gonna be Christmas dinner, some Christmas carp, and after that we're gonna do the Christmas drawing. And no, first we're gonna be opening all the packages that came, do the opening the Christmas presents, basically, because it makes it easier to make a cake if your water isn't cold. And I need to get something real quick. Shaker. Anyway, NP nature calls here, basically. Okey-dokey. So I'm just going to be using a glass. Some whey protein. Yep, that's enough. Some chocolate, cacao powder, a good old tape, a good old teaspoon. Let's some brown sugar maybe. Let's make it a little bit sweet. Also, maybe half a teaspoon or a really small teaspoon. And now let's shake the dry powder so it mixes well. Some hot water, some of my oat milk, because I'm allergic to regular milk, unfortunately. It sucks, but it is what it is. At least I can still eat some cheeses. Yep, that is warm, nice and warm. And now we shake. Usually I shake over. I can shake over my stove. Usually I shake over the sink just in case. But yeah, nice and beautiful shake. Now I'm just gonna add some more oat milk. And John is asking, best cocoa powder in Germany, which brand is that? Good question. I think it is Rossmann store brand. It is some fair trade cacao powder. In my experience, it doesn't really matter. Honestly, like, it is just baking cacao. It's just pure cacao. So since it is almost the same thing. I just would get some fair trade because there's a lot of bullshit done on the cacao plantains. That's all. Sounds like cacao. Sounds like pew-pow, maybe. Do you hunt? No. Most I would, but it's really difficult to get a hunting license in Germany. Like, you're going to do a course several times a week for a few hours, 6 months. Then you do your test, both a written test and a practical test, and they're really tough on you. The whole process also costs a few $1,000. And if you pass, then you have to be basically an apprentice at another hunter for another 2 years. Then you can get your own, you can basically rent your own hunting area. You cannot just go and hunt on public land. That's not allowed in Germany. And even then you have still a bunch of restrictions, so it's gonna cost you several thousand euros or dollars just to get started. So I do process my own game, but I just buy a whole deer or a whole hog from a hunter, and then I butcher it myself, because I can get a whole deer for $100. So it makes more sense, and I can spend my time fishing instead, which I'm not too sad about either. I do like eating wild game. Yeah, just getting a license. If it was that easy, I would do it. Also, just to make sure it is done right, because you never know if it's really done right unless you do it yourself, of course. Okay, I just gotta bring the milk back to the fridge, and then I'll be back. Just 10 seconds. Okie dokie, here's a bottle. And now I'm basically drinking protein chocolate milk. Okay. Different from state to state, but the requirements, yeah, for sure. Real cacao is great. We use it for baking. Chocolate milk comes from a cacao. Cacao! Like, if I were to move, the restrictions are not as tough, I would definitely hunt myself. But here in Germany, it's just not worth it. It's easier to buy my game as a whole thing. If you buy it completely processed, then it's expensive as hell. But if you buy the whole animal, then it's pretty cheap. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm fishing instead. For fishing, you also have to take a course, by the way, but that's like 4 times 4 hours. No, like 5 hours, but it's like 20 hours, and then you just take one test, and then you have your fishing. Then you can buy your fishing license. So it's not that much. But for hunting, it's like 50 times as much. And of course, gun laws. It's also not. You also need to have a safe in your house to keep your gun, because of course you're not just allowed to have a gun here. So it is all a whole big process. Anyway. But I think you understood how I fish this lure, right? Or his bait. I have my U-float that keeps it off the bottom, and then the current is doing the movement in the bait. And it looks much more realistic in water, of course. Yeah, the current is moving it, and then the fish takes it, and basically, the fish takes it and basically hooks itself by running against the weight with the brake line and breaking the brake line and then running against your rod. That's how we use it over here. And that's how you use bait fish, and I adopted it to be able to use it with these swim baits in strong enough current. It works like a charm. I caught some big fish doing it. Actually, my PB. And I'm going to release this video today. Today on Locked Up Drag Fishing. At Locked Up Drag, my long form channel, I'm gonna upload the video of me catching my PB 6.5 foot, 195 centimeter European catfish. The video is already made, so I don't have to do too much. Just upload it again, basically, and delete it on my shorts channel, where I still have it on there, but it's private on that channel. So yeah. Okay, here we also have some training bands. Those I'm gonna, for now, just toss on the couch and take care of them later. Just have them out of the way for now. And yeah, for my chocolate shakes, I prefer just taking unflavored protein powder and real cacao. Tastes much better. And if you're on the naughty list, you get some with this pipe. No. What I actually do with this pipe is, well, I do actually use it to knock out fish, to dispatch them. But the main reason I have this with me is you can wrap your line around it a bunch of times, and then you have like that, and then you have something to pull on and free your line from a snag. Either you're going to bend the hook or you're going to break the line, but you don't want to wrap your line around your finger. But if you do it like this with this pipe, you can break your line, you're not damaging your reel or anything. It's a very useful tool, and this is IC316 or FOW for a stainless steel. So it's not going to corrode, it's going to stay smooth, it's not damaging your line. Very, very useful, especially when you're fishing for big fish, because that line is not easy to break. And this pipe isn't even bending when you break 400-pound line. And I couldn't break 400-pound line without a pipe like that to grab onto. Anyway, here we have some pantyhose to, basically like fine netting that you can put your bait in and tie it around to keep the crabs and other stuff from getting into it too much. And also, like, if you have some very soft bait, to be able to cast it out that would otherwise fall apart. And here we have a broken charger. Okay, that doesn't have to be in here. What did Paul say? It will also be awesome to see you catch that catfish, wels. Yeah. Well, we just say wels or Walla. Walla is actually another South German name for European catfish. That one is specific to European catfish, by the way, not just for any catfish. We only call European catfish Walla. So most people also, for that reason, call it Walla fishing. And yeah, most guys who go after catfish also say Walla. And here is actually a kind of a cool thing. I know there's other things like this. This is like a feeder corp, but for maggots. But you can also put some cut bait in here, or some muscle meat, or anything that with scent. You put it in here, and then either if you have maggots, or worms, they're slowly gonna crawl out of this thing, or if you have some fish pieces or something else smelly, it's gonna release the scent. And you have a weight on here on the bottom. And yeah, pretty cool thing. I like it. I like it a lot. It does work pretty well. But it also doesn't do magic, to be fair. Here's a netting needle that you can tie a net with. If you want to see that, let me know. I can make my own nets, but it also is really useful to do the half hitches when you're finishing a splice or something. It makes it 10 times faster and easier on your hands to do the finish on some splices. It just goes like whoop, 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 instead of you just go through, pull, through, pull. Makes it so much easier. And I started using them and learned about them in my commercial fishing days. So you load the yarn or the line onto here, over here, through here, here, alternating, and yeah, it makes it's such a game changer. So if you often do finish some splices or something, get a netting needle. It makes your life so much easier. And here's a grip for some training. Okay, we only have 2 people watching right now. Okay, let's hope some more come in. And we're live for 2.5 hours now. Here's a feather, actually from a cat toy, but you could also tie a fly using it. Let's see. A cooling thing. A rolled up leader of mine. Very nice. This is a special kind of leader. It is with braid, but I have spliced into the braid some mono to stiffen it up on a cast out leader that you use on spinning gear to prevent tangles, and it works extremely well at preventing tangles. I'm definitely gonna actually have some of these leaders pre-made not in here, in one of my window bags here. Here I have some heavy duty of these leaders pre-made, and I made myself, and I could actually also make them for sale. They're a pain in the butt to make. They take forever, but they're very useful. Like here's a ready to fish one. Why not? I can show it real quick. This right here is a ready to fish leader that you can fish and with braided line, and that prevents tangles on casting out. So where do I undo this? Okay, here. Was actually very smart, but I made the connect. And I put it away for storage. How much can you easily take to still? I have 23 kilos, so 50 pounds in my luggage. That's going to be my rod tube. And I have another 10 kilos or 22 pounds. 22 pounds as my onboard luggage. So 22 pounds on board, 25 pounds in the plane, in stomach, or in the luggage compartment. So in total, that's in pounds, 72 pounds. I have 72 pounds that I can take with me for free, which is quite a lot of gear. And here I'm undoing this leader that I want to show you. Yeah, that you can also buy from me, of course. I will make them for you. It is basically the price of the swivels and the materials plus some extra because they're a pain to make. But for now, I'm going to make them pretty cheap for you. Like, I don't know. Depending on what swivels you want, it would probably be between, and how much other stuff you want attached to the leader. It's going to be between 10 and 20, maybe even $30, but yeah, between 10 and 20 probably. So let me undo all of this rolled up braid, and this is with hollow curl. So I can do it with a finished end loop with a loop on the end, or I can do it without a loop, just to splice on. For the loop, I actually have a special technique. So your loop, you cannot undo the loop in the splice, which has its advantages and disadvantages, but yeah. So here you have your your hollow core that you connect to that. Because I fish hollow core as my main line, I just splice it onto my main line. This is a bit heavier. This is also heavier than my main line. And here comes the mono. We have the mono spliced into the hollow core to stiffen this part up, because with straight braid you're gonna get tangles. With mono you don't. But mono has some disadvantages, at least for my style of fishing. So I don't want to have straight mono, but I have braid with mono inside. Now I have the part where I spliced the hollow core onto the swivel, and I have twisted the braid around the mono to keep it together. I have a swivel running on here that finishes against a bead. Now I have some knot protection here, a very strong swivel. This is a 180 kilo stainless steel BKK swivel, best swivel I've ever used. Also the most expensive swivel I've ever used, but the best as well. And now I have a piece of some lighter mono as a break, and this is actually a weak point. So if I get stuck on my leader, my leaders are cable, they usually don't break. So I have this part, which is, it is in my case like 200 pound mono, but of course you can go lighter. When I go very light to prevent abrasion from being a big deal, I actually use some 7-strand titanium leader. And this is also stiff and prevents tangles. So you do need to have a part of mono or titanium or wire anyway, if you're using braided leaders at least. If you have cable leaders, you can also tie them on directly. And I also here have a cork, just a regular cork, that keeps this part a little bit suspended in the water column to keep my swivels from getting caught in between some rocks. And on here, on this swivel, I attach my leader. So I have here my weak link out of some heavy mono. Then I have my swivel. On here I have the mono braid mix. I have a swivel where I connect my weight onto. The weight is also attached with some weaker mono to break off if I get stuck. And then I have, here ends the mono. Then I have my braid, which I splice onto my main line. If I was making this for you guys, I could also create a spliced loop on here. That actually right now here it is one, but it's just for storage. And I would create a spliced loop so it doesn't open when you try to stretch it. I have some special techniques for that I can actually show to you right now. Why not? Let me show it. I'm actually gonna create a loop in this braid here that I'm gonna use for a leader like that in the future. So here we have some. Okay, first we have some 300 pound braid that I need to get 130 pound that I need to get out of the way. Off you go. Actually, let me pull it off like this. I'm gonna put it back on after I get the 300. Well, it's actually spliced onto the 300. Okay. Let's undo that splice real quick. I've seen big snap swivels come loose and straighten out, and the mono or fluoro did not break. Yeah, I've seen both. John. The mono break and the snap swivel. I mean, I've broken 200 pound mono on an 80 pound braid mainline. But yeah. Oh, this right here is already for splicing. But I need to splice both. So yeah, I'm gonna make the loop right now. And how much do I need? Let's make it a bit longer than necessary. Now let's cut it. Let's cut it. Let's cut it. Let's cut it. I do have some braid pliers somewhere, but alrighty. Now it's cut. So this is going to be a leader for sale because I don't need those loops, but you could do a bimini twist in your main line or just whatever loop knot you prefer. And we're going to make a loop this big. And there's going to be plenty of tag end. Okay. First stitch, we're going to do the tag end through the braid. And it is going to be a stitch. I'm going straight through the braid in the middle, in the center of the braid. I'm not splicing it hollow core style for a reason. But actually, let me get a stitching needle. That's going to do better, I think, for this use. Right here, a regular old needle, not a hollow core splicing needle. Okay, this needle is gigantic. Hi, Jan. Well, thanks for being here. Well, right now I'm actually sharing a splicing technique for a special leader that I use. But, well, this splicing technique works on anything. It doesn't have to be my special leader that you use it on. And, yeah, I'm also, which I'm going to show in a bit when we have maybe some more people watching again, I'm doing a Christmas drawing and giveaway, and I'm also looking for some donations to test out a new type of lure or fishing tool that I don't really have enough money to buy right now. But yeah, and leaders like this will probably also be part of my Christmas giveaway and drawing. And John say, yes, mono stretches and breaks more often, but I've seen all things break. I'm always surprised when a screw on the eyelet or hook eye does not pull out. Not every lure has the inline wire eyelet harness. Yeah. I sure feel you on that one, John. Okay, so for this type of loop that does not open under any conditions, we're gonna first go with your braid with a needle and your tag end, and you're gonna, in this case, to make it easier to get everything through. Yeah, this is plenty of tag end. I'm gonna leave a big loop, and now you're gonna go through with the end of the rest of your leader line, your hollow core, or this also works in solid braid. You're gonna go through the tag end instead of through the main line again. Yeah, this is plenty. And after you've done that, it's never gonna open. I'm gonna do like maybe 3 or 4 stitches like this, but 1 stitch like this, and it's never gonna come undone. Well, other splices you can open if you want to. This splice is impossible to open. You're gonna see it in a minute. But yeah, let me get it through the needle. Okay, it's bunched up, trying to feed it through the needle. That's no good. Okay, I might have to use a bigger needle. Yeah, this needle, it's gonna be fine. This is heavy, heavy hollow core. Even don't you need that much tack end. Though this is gonna be a big, big loop, but that's gonna make it really easy. And yeah, and thank you, Jen, for being here. So now you're gonna feed the long end of your braid through the tack end, and in a minute you're gonna see what this is doing. So, okay. Now, right here, you have the braid going. Let me make it more clear. Through one and through the other, and now once this is closed, it's not gonna open. And now I'm gonna go with the tack end and through the main line again, and again and again, and after that, after like 3 times, it is more than enough, and it can never come undone. You don't have to be careful when you're dealing with the loop to not pull it open. You cannot pull it open by accident, and even if one end of the loop would get caught on something, it's still never going to open, which I think it is pretty cool and worth a bit of extra effort that it makes. I don't know if you can see this, but it is like creates like some, and it also looks pretty beautiful too. So let me do maybe 2 more of these stitches, and then it's gonna be fine. Honestly, this would already be enough. It's not going anywhere now, but yeah, I think I'm gonna do 2 more. And this is how I'm gonna make loops in leaders that I sent you guys. If I'm making loops in braided leaders, just because it is the best way to get a nice loop, and it can never undo itself, and it is still the strength of a spliced connection. So all good things together. And it's also the smoothest connection you can get. Honestly, should I give it 1 more? Why not? Let's be generous. But it is good how it is now, honestly. This is never coming undone. And last stitch through the tack end again. Jen, thanks. Just making coffee again. Someone dropped off 18 different Christmas cookies. A lot. Well, that sounds like a good thing, right, John? Or are you on a diet and it's a bad thing? In that case, I could understand why you might not want to have a bunch of cookies. I unfortunately cannot eat wheat, but otherwise I love some cookies. But I have some gluten-free stuff that I can eat, so that's good. Okay, here's the stitched part. which is one end through the short end through the long end, then the long end through the short end, and again and again. Like I said, it doesn't have to be this often. 3 times is enough. Then it's not going anywhere. Once you have 3 times. And now I'm going to splice the tag end into the main line. And this is the best way to do wind-on leaders if you want to have a loop at the end. Okay. Alrighty. Now, here we go. Perfect spliced loop. And like I said, you cannot open this loop. This loop is never going to come undone. And you can just loop it onto your main line very easily if you use a Bimini twist, a spliced loop, or whatever loop knot you prefer. So let me let's see if I already have a piece of mono that I can splice in to create one of my perfect leaders. No, I don't have any pre-done mono right now. Okay. So, yeah. But this is how I make my loops that never come undone. And yeah. So let me put this right here on the spool. Maybe on this one. Yeah, why not? I hope we get some more viewers soon. Hi. Loop to loop goodness, PA, yes. I hope you didn't miss it. I just made a spliced new loop in a way that it's never going to open. You can pull on this loop all you want. It's not going to come undone. And it's still spliced for 100% or 99% line strength. So if you want wind-on leaders with a loop, I'm going to do them like this. They're probably going to cost like $2 extra with a spliced loop just because it's some work to do. If you have hollow core mainline, I don't recommend this. I recommend do a straight line-to-line splice. But if you want to do a loop, this is a way to do it. And all my leaders that come with loops are going to come with loops like this. So yeah. By the way, if you're putting line onto a spool, winding it like this, it's a good idea to alternate sides so you don't create twists. Or you do create twists, but you're undoing the twists by winding in the opposite direction again. And now I'm just gonna do basically a few turns around the line itself, pull it tight for storage. And then I can insert some mono. I could also insert some cable and do a cable wind-on leader. If you guys are interested in that. Like I'm actually probably going to do all of my shark leaders as wind-on leaders. Not because I want to wind them onto my spool. That would eat up so much capacity on the spool that I would have to use 100 yards less line on the reel to wind on a 15-yard heavy leader. Or even less line on the spool, but I will still have them as a wind on to be able to use the Shark Saver rig. I don't know if I've showed that to you before, but let me grab it real quick. This right here is the Shark Saber rig. It is basically a wind-on leader, like the main leader is as a wind-on leader. And then you have your cable, like you have your rubbing leader attached on a swivel, and that swivel is free sliding like a slide liner on your main line. But because I don't really like fishing it sliding like this most of the time, what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of some fin mono, like 5 to 20 pounds, something that's definitely gonna break, and just take the line, tie it to my ring that my main line ends in. Doesn't have to be a good knot, that is supposed to be breaking. Just give it a 3 to 5 turn uni knot. And you don't have to do the perfect uni knot either. And then you just tie it to the swivel that is attached to your leader. And I'm going to explain it in a minute why I'm doing this. But it's going to save lives. This leader is saving lives. And could also save your life, by the way. It's going to save shark lives, but it could also save your life. So I definitely recommend using this for shark leaders. And then it's also going to make sense why I'm using wind-on leaders that I'm not winding onto my reel. I don't need a leader that I can wind onto my reel. Okay, here you have it. Now, this is fixed. It does not work sliding. Here you have your shark leader, but as soon as this weight, which of course would be bigger in reality, gets stuck somewhere, it would break the brake line. And then, because it's a wind, and this is in case you break off. Then the weight's gonna get stuck, and the shark's gonna pull the swivel all the way over your leader, over your spliced connection on your wind-on leader, onto your main line, and would pull through off your main line, and would only be traveling with this bite leader right here. The shark would not be traveling with all of your main line behind it. That is why I recommend using a leader like this. And also, if you would get hooked while doing something, the same thing would happen. Break that little brake line, and you could swim to the surface. And if somebody can cut your main line, it would be gone, and only the weight would be left in the water. And even if you're stuck on that hook, you're not going to drown on your leader. So it's also good for you, and it's good for the shark. And like I said, you can attach your weight to your leader with a little brake line, so it cannot come undone. And it fishes like a regular rig, but if it gets broken off, the shark only travels with the leader, not with your entire line, and dies somewhere. So give this a shot. For any big fish that you're trying to release, I would recommend this. It doesn't have to be a shark, but what I'm doing is shark fishing, so that's why. Because if a shark travels with, let's say, 200 yards of some heavy braid behind it, that braid is going to catch some reeds or something, some structure. If it's a solid structure, the shark can maybe break your line. Maybe not. But hopefully it can break off and keep swimming and survive. But if it's some kelp, it's going to weigh the shark down. Or if some things get tangled in the line, it makes the line heavier. At one point, the shark is going to be too exhausted to swim and going to be dying. Because sharks need to swim to die. But if the shark is only traveling with your leader, then it's going to survive. It's still not going to be great, but this leader is not killing any shark. So do the Shark Saber rig. If you don't want to have your leader sliding on your line, then just fix it to your weight with a tiny brake line, and it's not going anywhere. So, yeah. I had to put this out there. Use the Shark Saber rig. save lives, shark lives, or you, if you, while deploying your bait, get hooked, you can swim up to the surface. You don't get pulled down to the ground, to the seafloor. Okie dokie. My rant is over for now, I promise. So let's put this Shark Saver rig away. But yeah, if you had a regular leader finished in a swivel, your leader would be stopped by that swivel, and it would do nothing to help. But because I'm going to do my leaders as a wind-on leader and splice it to my main line, it can just slide off. The swivel can just slide over that splice onto your main line and off your main line, and the shark is going to be free. That's why even when you don't wind your leader onto your reel, do a wind-on leader. Okie dokie. Keep the preservation, and that way you don't need to have any weak links in your line or your rig, and you still have the safety for the fish, which I think is a pretty cool deal. Alrighty, who's still watching? Let me share the. Actually, I'm gonna update the message about the PayPal, because you said the PayPal doesn't work, and then I'm gonna post that message again in the chat, and I'm gonna show, maybe once we have a few more people, I'm gonna show again what we're trying to buy off these donations. Hi, John. Cool that you're still on here, or did you just came back? Just oh yeah, I did ask. No O's. Okay. At gmx.de. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna repost the fixed message with the PayPal that still works. And paste. Yes, sir. And now let's paste it. And this is going to be the new pinned message. On both lives. Okay. Alrighty. Oh wow, Anthony's still alive. Yeah, responsible fishing is good and important, especially for fish like sharks that, depending on the species, there's not too many left. And unfortunately, the two species that are doing really badly, great whites, well, they're on the upswing, but there's still not many great whites, and hammerheads. These two are the shark species that are probably most likely to break you off. So for these species, it's especially important that they do survive if they break off. That's why I'm using this special rig. And okay, So I just pinned pinned the new message with the updated PayPal because lockedupdrag@gmail.com isn't working. Now I'm gonna put away the spade again. I think I demonstrated to you how it works. And where are my? Where's my stuff? Oh. Okay, the live chat didn't update. Oh, I didn't see all of your messages, Dennis. Okay, it's easy in the USR difference. Okay, John C says gets a mini. Yep, good tips. Pennyhose helps keep chicken live on a hook longer. I think that's chicken liver, but yeah, liver. The big stuff. Be right back. Thanks. I think I just made a shout out for you, your life. Thanks, Dennis. Thank you very much. Smart, responsible fishing is good. Here, great. So yeah, especially when you use, big rates, big something, then a rig like I just showed you, that's gonna work perfectly because the weight will be enough for the fish to break that light main line. And yeah, that's what you want. But the fish will still be free. Whew. Anyway. Yeah, John, probably if Sturgeon buys the reel that I showed you, I will get one of each or maybe two minis and one of the big ones. Let's see. Let's see what Sturgeon says. Loop to loop goodness. I think he's not in here anymore. I probably have to ask him if he's sure about it because then I can buy them. And I would really should buy the smart baits today so they come in time because the 25th and the 26th both are holidays. So there's only the 27th and 8th and 9th. There's only 3 days left for it to get here if we don't count tomorrow. So it would be really good to have tomorrow still as a shipping day. Yeah, pay them up. Bye. Yeah, but I have to get the money. Like I can buy one today, but only one. So if Sturgeon did say that he'll probably buy this reel here from me. So that's gonna be cool. Actually, if you want slide on here plus the hooks I talked about, it could be close to 200, and then maybe I could get 2 smart baits of each size, which would be already pretty good. So let's see. Let's see. But yeah. And that would be basically my Christmas present. Those smart baits. And yeah, Pierre, Paul, you definitely also have one entering into the Christmas giveaway. And if you're the only one, that I'm just going to send a leader to you, of course. Then I'll just give you a leader. And like, if I have secured payment, even if it's not here yet, then I can ask somebody to borrow me the money for a few days. But I cannot just borrow money that I can't pay back. That's a problem. So yeah. Actually, maybe after the live, I'll also call my father up and ask him if he could help me out with some money for a few days, because in a few days I will get some money again. But I also need some money for I don't know. For I do need some money for, of course, for Brazil. So I shouldn't give the money away that I need, that I'm getting it. Like I shouldn't have somebody borrow me money just for a few days. But oh, PA, Paul, you need a good muskie leader setup. I can hook you up. I have everything you need for muskies. Titanium leaders, which do not kink almost never, and you can fish them for days on end. I have titanium. I have wire leaders from 40 pounds all the way to 1,000 to 100 pounds. For muskie, I would say between 40 pounds and 100-pound leaders make sense. For big baits, the heavy leaders. And I could also, I have some of these medium-sized swim baits that I could hook you up with some leaders. This one right here, for example, you can buy the leader, you can buy the bait, but the problem is it comes with some cable, which isn't good because the cable kinks for how these swim baits are set up. I added some 7-strand titanium, which never kinks, and it's also thinner that you can hook up your bait with. So I can send you some of these over if you want to. Let's find the groove. Here you go. And I have them from 15 centimeters all the way up to 40 centimeters, which would be a trolling lure only. But yeah, I can set you up with some regular musky leaders and some swim baits with the line screw system with leaders like this. And of course, I also have heavy mono if you prefer mono leaders. Or I could set you up with a leader that's like this much of cable or titanium, and then a longer section of some heavy mono. Like if you believe, I personally believe in just having like a 50 centimeter leader made from metal, but some people don't like that. And in that case, I would just take some heavy mono, like maybe 50 centimeters, and then a little piece of some heavy cable or some moderately sized titanium wire, just a little piece of it. That's still gonna work 99% of the time, and maybe it's gonna attract some more bites. So let me know what you would like, or if you would like from each leader 2 or 3 to just try them out. Because if you only buy leaders, shipping is gonna be ridiculously cheap. If you buy some lures as well, shipping would be a tiny bit more, but not too much. Yeah, like 2 feet titanium and 4 feet good mono. Yeah, I have a bunch of mono as well. You just have to let me know what line test you want, and then I can hook you up. No worries. And of course, it doesn't have to be titanium. Titanium is expensive, but I can make you titanium, and I can also make you some. Probably I would recommend you to have some cable and some titanium leaders for places where you expect to have some break-offs. I would use cable because your leader is not going to live forever anyway. So you don't need a leader that lives forever. And for the rigs that you use in areas where you don't expect snags, like open water fishing, there I would definitely use titanium because it's so much more fun to work with. So for mono, I have everything, but I have, for musky, it makes sense, I guess, to go somewhere between 30-pound and 60-pound mono. I could also go heavier if you want to. I have heavier mono. I also have lighter mono, but I would say somewhere between 40 and 60 pounds makes sense if you already have a bite leader. So shoot me up. Like, I'll put my email in the chat real quick, so you can also send me an email if you want to, with all the information. I mean, I think you already have my email, but 30-pound mono, okay. I would have to check what that's in millimeters, because like what I think what's rated over here as 30 pound is thinner than what you have over there as 30 pound. Because of how things work over here versus there. because what people really use to advertise is the millimeter, and then they want to have the highest number possible for the breaking strength instead of what instead of the minimum breaking strength, they put the maximum on there. So actually in here just got a new shipment of some titanium leaders, 2 meters each, and I would match them to your mono. Just one question: do you want your titanium to be stronger or weaker than your mono? Like, do you want the titanium leader to be a weak point, to only lose the titanium in a break off, or what I would probably recommend, go with a little bit heavier titanium and then go with mono that's a bit just a bit lighter than your mainline, maybe, so the mono breaks in the worst case. Gmail.com. And 30 lip, yeah, 30 lip for Muskie. So yeah, I think you already have my email, but I just put it again: lockedupdrag@gmail.com. So you can message me if you want to donate, or if you want to buy some leaders or some lures. I actually also have some hard baits I could sell for. I would sell them with upgraded hooks. Like, I got the hard baits for cheap, or not, well, not for cheap, but like for like $4 to $5. And there's the same kind, muskie and pika, on my fish bucket list. Yeah, muskie for me too. I have already caught a bunch of pike, but I would like to get a 1 meter plus pike. So here 1 meter is like the magic mark for pike. So that's like 3'3". Or 39 inches. So maybe 40 inch would be the magic mark in the US. And I would like to catch a pike like that, but I have caught up to 3 feet so far. I think actually my biggest pike is exactly 3 feet, or tiny bit above. But yeah, I have 3 feet is my PB pike. And yeah. Well, I could open this package right here if you really want to look at my materials. Oh, great. Okay. You already sent me an email. So what I have in here is from Stroft, Strong and Soft, which is, they do make the best mono and the best titanium leader, at least I have used. They're also the most expensive, but at least I don't have to pay a lot of taxes because they are made in Germany, and they actually give you a free spool of mono. And I think the mono that's in here would actually be perfect for your needs. It is 40 pounds, but European style 40 pounds, so more like 30 pounds in the US. And I could use that mono, a good swivel, then into the titanium leader. And do you want, maybe you have it in the email. Let me check your email. But do you want a swivel? Like, I would recommend having at the end a small swivel, probably, and a split ring. I would attach the split ring for you already. So you can just attach your lure with a split ring instead of the snap that can open, because I have lost some expensive ass lures with snaps opening. But of course, I can still put a snap on if you want to. I just myself don't use snaps, and I could use a split ring or a solid ring. Sorry, I could use a solid ring or a swivel attached to a split ring. Swivel and split ring. Okay, good. And for the swivels, do you want the best of the best? I mean, on the titanium leader, honestly, it is already so expensive. I would go with the best of the best and with something cheaper. But on the others, Paul Ramley, okay, your personal email. Yeah, a 30-pound musky leader C would be sweet. So, okay. Let me know how many leaders you want. Should I make the leaders right now so you can see all that I'm doing? I would have to open this box and it would be kind of cheating. On the other hand, I know exactly what's in here, so it's not going to be a Christmas opening then, but who cares? I can make your leaders right now on the live. And while you're answering, let me put that swim bait away. I still have here. Is this big enough? Yes, it is. Actually, maybe I'll see what's the best way to do it, but maybe it's the best if I do a solid ring between the mono and the titanium, and on the end of the titanium you have your swivel. That way you have as little stuff in your line as possible, and you still have your swivel, so you don't get twist in the line. But I can't tell you what it's going to cost right now, actually. Let me look up the prices for what I paid for the titanium. So, I mean, I know it in my head too, but actually I got another. Okay. 1 to 2 feet of Titan, 4 to 5 feet of mono, swivel and split ring, and make it the best way you think it should be in the end. Okie dokie. And so the best way I think it should gonna be like 350 a swivel. Just so you know that. I can also put on a cheaper swivel if you don't think you need it. Or maybe I can also do a two. You're gonna be fishing in fresh water. So actually, maybe I have some cheaper for ball bearing swivels that work good in fresh water, that just don't work in salt water, that I can use still. Because the BKK swivel, they're the best of the best, especially in salt water, but in fresh water, you can also use some swivels that are a little bit cheaper. Here I have one of them, of a swivel that I could use. That would make the leader like $1 or $2 cheaper. Not a huge difference, but a difference. It's a difference nonetheless. And yeah, what else? Yeah, I'll have to check through my gear to see. Hi, Michael, Grumpy Rat. Hi there. Thank you for being here. Cheaper's a better. Yeah, I know.